Hi, I'm Gary White for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Paul Childers, a Lebanon native who you've been seeing his video here on Central Kentucky Television, a great video of a song that you did. Sarah Jane.
With a Y, spelled very incorrectly, but you know, that's, I wanted to be original, and in doing so, I thought I would misspell words.
There you go. Now, is that based on somebody?
It's based on an actual name, someone else's name, but I mean, I wrote it fictionally. To be honest with you, it was first Mary Jane, but that particular name has different connotations these days. So I wanted to change it to Sarah Jane.
Okay, very good. So Paul's going to be performing here in Lebanon on April 6th at Angelic Hall. It is a fundraiser for the St. Augustine Fine Arts Program. We're going to tell you how you can get tickets for that and how you can enjoy that evening as well. But let's talk to you a little bit first.
Right, sure.
So, Paul, we've had you on before. I know you've been performing for many years.
Too many years. No, it's been awesome to one, not be able to have this outlet, to be able to come on your show and play and know that people are going to watch it. I mean, I love watching Channel 6.
Oh, good.
I mean, I know a lot of people think that's silly, but I think it's a great program, and being able to come on here and just do what I do and be appreciated for it is awesome. So thank you.
No, well, thank you for letting us air your video. I've had a lot of people comment on it and say how great it is.
Great.
So tell us how you got started in this business.
Well, I guess that's a good question. I guess my first initiation was just hearing music, being around music. I mean, I didn't play an instrument unless we're talking about the St. Augustine Fine Arts Program.
That's right.
Where I was introduced to the recorder very early on. You know, the 8-note monophonic recorder.
Oh, so they were instrumental in getting him started.
But I didn't really pick up an instrument that was gonna bring me something until I was 12 12. So that was pretty late, or at least I'm told that was pretty late. And it started with hearing Stevie Ray Vaughan. There was a song called Empty Arms that played on, I think it was Q104. Years ago, my dad and I were driving around, and that song came on, and I thought, I want to do that. That's what I want to be. And that started me playing guitar. And of course, Stevie Ray Vaughan leads to Jimi Hendrix, who leads to Albert King, who leads to Freddie King, who leads to all these blues greats. I mean, Eric Clapton, Robert Cray, the list could go on. And by studying those guys for about 3 years before I really started to play out, I found really solid blues roots, a really solid foundation to build pop songs on, which is what I'm doing now. I mean, I'm still playing guitar, but I'm playing pop songs that I've written with very heavy blues and jazz influence. I mean, even today, driving over here, I listen to Miles Davis' Kind of Blue, which everybody should go get that album. It is an extremely influential jazz album. So,
and that's top on your list right after your own album, right? Which we'll talk about too.
That's
true.
Get to
that too. Now, so you started when you were 12. You've been performing, I know, in different clubs here in Lebanon as well. You're actually in college now, right? Going to
second semester at Belmont University, and it is a great school. I mean, I'm an accounting major, which is, I know, juxtaposed to the whole,
creative,
the music, the right brain creative side. Exactly right. But it's nice to step away from music for a little while and then come back and know how much you've missed it. And plus, I mean, that analytical side is going to come in handy one day. I don't know how, but one day I will use accounting skills.
Yes, you can always use that, right? And you are in Nashville, actually.
I'm living in Nashville. Belmont's
Music City.
right in the dead center. And it is Music City. I've learned that it's not just country music. When I went down there, I was a little afraid because country music's it hasn't been my bag. And I was a little afraid because I thought that's what I was going to be thrown into, but not the case at all. I mean, Nashville is a place of jazz, blues, rock, rap, indie music. Indie music is huge in Nashville. It's a great underground. It's not even underground. I mean, it is a very prevalent scene. And then you can go to a jazz club on Church Street, on 2nd Street. I mean, there are great places for jazz, which is really where I like to go. But then, of course, Broadway is your country haven, which is also amazing.
That's fantastic. Now, you actually have formed a band while you're down there, right? Okay.
Me and 4 other freshmen have put our, I guess what we would call musical expertise. I mean, we're all learning every day, let alone with each other, but just on our own, and bringing that together and mixing it. I mean, I've got my drummer and bass player have known each other for years. They've been playing together since they were freshmen in high school. They met in Memphis. So they've got that really gritty downbeat. I mean, they studied Parliament and James Brown when they were growing up. And then my pianist is from Houston, and he studies the likes of Herbie Hancock, Bill Evans, Jamie Cullum is a more recent. And together, I think all of us create this genre-busting band. I mean, it's not pop, it's not blues, it's not jazz. It is a culmination of all those things, creating something that I think people are going to enjoy seeing. I mean, and if you don't like seeing it, on April 6th there will be a bar. So there's no excuse not to come.
That'll help you like it even more. And again, this band is going to be performing on April 6th. At what time?
The doors open at 7 p.m. and we're going to go on 8, so probably around 10-ish.
Okay.
Because I'm just kidding.
Yeah. There you go. And you had the music knack there. And it's going to be at Angelic Hall at Center Square in Lebanon. And again, it is a fundraiser for the St. A Fine Arts Program. Tickets are only $10, and you can get them by calling 270-692-8939 and get your tickets. You also may have an opening group for you, right?
That's true. That's true. We're putting feelers out for the best opening group. So if you want to open the show, send me something. Send me a video. Send me some audio, and I will definitely put it into consideration. I mean, we are very, very flexible on who, what style. Again, genre-busting night.
That's right.
And,
so get everything in there.
It's going to be. It's really important to me because of what it is we're supporting. I mean, the St. Augustine Fine Arts Program defined who I was, whether I knew it or not at the time. I mean, and even if you're not artistic or musical or have any sort of, right brain bone in your body, it's a great break in the day. I mean, math and science, or music is the yin and yang to math and science.
Right.
And I think it really creates a nice break for students to just explore their creativity. And that's what learning's all about. So fantastic. It's a great program, and it needs support. And being a private school, we can actually do something about it right here and right now. Great. So there's no excuse not to come.
That's right. And that is going to be on April the 6th. You'll get to see Paul and his band live. But also, you do have a CD out, correct?
That's true. That's true. Going back to what you said, it would not make it on my top list. I named it Wasted Space for that reason. If it was on a shelf, no way. Get out of there.
But you need to get it.
No, you gotta get it. You gotta get it.
Yes.
But I will say that.
Tell us a little about it. What are some of the songs on there?
Some of the songs go from. I mean, they're pop songs. I'm not gonna say they're not. They are. When you first listen, they're pop songs. But you're gonna find that there are jazz tendencies, there are blues tendencies, there are reggae tendencies, very Caribbean type percussion tendencies, and. I mean, it's
eclectic.
It's very eclectic, and I'm not saying that because it's mine. I'm saying it because I know the people that played on it. I mean, essentially, it was me on guitar and vocals. My producer, Paul Skolton, was on drums, and my engineer was on bass. So we were all playing these double roles of engineer, bass player, drummer, producer, guitar player, idiot, trying to figure out how a studio works. I mean, that was my very first recording option. I mean, that was all I had at the beginning, and I think having them as directors allowed me to be more creative and feel safe in the environment to say what I wanted to say. So the three of us really made that record what it is, because we all had to know the songs inside and out before we could even play them, let alone once we're playing them, we're learning new things about them that we could do, to add, to take away. And then Howard Duck, who played on many Rascal Flatts records, came in and did the keyboard work.
Oh, cool.
So it was really a great experience. Some of the songs are Slow Dance in Sweatpants and Sarah Jane, which if you're watching Channel 6, you've heard. Those two songs in particular have actually been picked up by Warner Brothers Pictures to be in a major motion picture with Tom Hanks.
Fantastic.
So very excited about that. I can't give too many details at the moment because it's still in post-production. But look for a Tom Hanks film coming out with some really slow, cheesy love songs in them. And then,
they're very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Now, did you write all the songs yourself?
I did. Music and lyrics, and then I arranged them prior to going into the studio. Now,
did you have any skills in writing before you did this, or did you self-taught?
Just listening and learning from what I'd listened to. And I would say that this record is me failing to be my heroes. That's what this record is. In failing to be Stevie Ray Vaughan, Sting, Seal, Jimi Hendrix, Miles Davis, in failing to do that, I've come into my own type of musical genre.
Right.
And I think that's what everyone does.
Found yourself.
That's exactly what, Stevie Ray Vaughan did it with Albert King, and Miles Davis did it with, I guess, Charlie Parker. Those things just, you want to be Frank Sinatra with Bing Crosby. That's a big one. Frank Sinatra wanted to be Bing Crosby. Well, I wanted to be Stevie Ray Vaughan, and once I found out that it wasn't possible, that it wasn't going to happen, I came to the realization that I can be Paul and be okay with it. And so, I mean, in terms of lyricism, I've never had any training, and that's going to be evident when you listen to it. I mean, I put a lot of words in there. There's no trimming down in there. No room for, your own thoughts. But then again, I still think it's a really relatable record. I mean, one song is called "Romantically Challenged," which I think I'll play later on this show.
Great.
And that's very relatable, at least for me, because I know that I have many problems with the opposite sex and trying to woo them.
Romantically challenged. That's good. Now, this video that we've been showing stars you and who's the other?
The other girl is a very good friend of mine from high school named Olivia Alm. She was very, very. She was very great to work with. She was doing me a favor, and I really thank you, Olivia, if you ever see this.
And did you shoot the video yourself?
I did. I was just doing it on a flip video camera. The idea
turned out very well.
Thank you. The idea was just to give us a blueprint of what the song was going to feel like, so we can make a more elaborate one later, or at least one with more funding. You know, that video cost about $100 because of the camera. That was about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, that's very good. And the black and white.
Yeah, put it in black and white, and it's going to take away all my blemishes.
Exactly. Exactly. See, you've learned a whole lot already.
You should put this in black and white.
Yeah, exactly. When this is in black and white, you'll know why. So again, this is Paul. This is Paul Childers. It's going to be April 6th. And the show is going to start at 7, or doors open at 7.
Doors open at 7. We're going to go on around 8.
At Angelic Hall in Lebanon. That's at Center Square around Spalding Avenue. $10 tickets. Call 270-692-8939. And it is a fundraiser for the St. Augustine Fine Arts Program. And now maybe we'll get a chance to hear a little bit of Paul
Very
play.
true.
How does that sound?
And one more thing I will say, also on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, you can search Paul Childers or facebook.com/PaulChildersMusic / or Childers Paul. @Childers Paul is my Twitter address. You can contact me through any of those, and I will also make sure you get tickets. CDs, we'll be selling CDs at the show. Proceeds from that will also go to the St. Augustine Music Program.
Okay, great.
And it's gonna be a great night.
If they can't get the CDs there, because
if they can't get the CDs
how
there,
else are they gonna get them?
Send me your email address and your mailing address, and I will take care of the rest.
Okay.
All you have to do is do that, and you will get a CD on your doorstep.
Sounds good. Again, now we're going to get a chance to hear a little bit from Paul Childers.
Looking forward to it.
Hour late is the worst way to start the first date, and stepping on your shoes when we danced didn't help my case. No, nothing to talk about, 'cause I won't move my mouth. I lean in for the kiss, only to find unexpected lips. I'm romantically challenged when it comes to women. I don't know where to begin. I break out in a cold sweat. She leaves, and only her words are left. She says that I just don't get it done. I can't read signs, and I use the words, pick up lines. Can I have your number, 'cause I seem so lost mine. Hindsight's 2020. I was so dumb when I thought I was funny. Your heart's the first casualty, then my stupidity is gonna be the death of me. I'm romantically challenged when it comes to women. I don't know where to begin. I break out in a cold sweat. leaves and only her words are left. And she says that I just don't get it yet, yeah. Ba ba da da ba ba da na na na. Ba da 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 ba da da ba da ba da da. Guess I'll just die single, cause I lack the means to mix and mingle, babe. Oh, plus my swagger is dead. You could be into me, I'd be the only boy not to see. It's what every woman says. Oh, that I just no, I don't get it yet. That I just no, I can't get it yet. That I just no, I don't get it yet. And I'm mentally challenged, babe. Oh, when it comes to women, I don't know where to begin. I break out in a cold sweat, she leaves, and only the words are left. Oh, babe, Tim Buck says that he doesn't get it yet. Oh, no, no.